Everyone's the same when they get old. What if growing older isn't about slowing down, but finally learning to hear what silence has been trying to tell us? When we're young, life is loud. Dreams scream, time runs, and our hearts race. But later, we start to crave the quiet, because with age comes clarity. And in that clarity, we discover peace is not the absence of life, it's the essence of it. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong, where we trade illusions for truth, where emotions are felt, but not obeyed, where clarity is power and discipline is freedom. This is not just a channel, it's a mindset. It's a journey of conscious living. Let's begin. The day Leo stopped competing. Leo used to believe that life was one long, relentless race. From the moment he woke up, he was running. Mentally, physically, emotionally. He ran hard. He worked late. He always pushed for more. More money, more recognition, more victories. And for a while, he got them. Almost all of them. He owned the house with high ceilings and marble floors. He drove the sleek car that turned heads at every stoplight. He built a reputation that echoed in boardrooms and business circles. People looked up to him. Some admired him. Others feared or envied him. But few ever really knew him. Leo had spent decades competing with peers, with time, but perhaps most of all, competing with himself. Every year, he raised the bar. Every win made him crave the next one even more, until one day, something shifted. Not a dramatic collapse, not an emergency, just something quiet. His body started to slow down. Not because of illness, not because of failure, but simply because it was time. He couldn't bounce back from late nights the way he used to. His mind was still sharp, but his hands, once precise and steady, started to tremble. The days felt heavier, and just like that, the race he had once lived for no longer felt worth running. So he sat, longer than usual, on the porch, on the bench, under the tree. He started noticing things he used to ignore. The golden light through the trees, the way the air felt in the early morning, the rhythm of birdsong, the quiet between sounds. He stopped talking about deals, numbers, and achievements. Instead, he started sharing stories. Stories about his childhood, his mother's laughter, his first bicycle, and the friend he never got to say goodbye to. In those slow, quiet mornings, Leo finally saw the truth. Everyone gets old. And when we do, nobody cares who climbed faster or ran harder. What truly matters is who's still there beside you when you finally allow yourself to slow down. Live stoic. Live strong. Be like Leo. Still, grateful, deeply human. From the bottom of my heart, I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you, no matter where you are in the world, for taking the time to watch this video. Your presence and support are the driving force that keeps me creating and sharing. No words can truly capture the depth of my appreciation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing. And thank you for walking this journey with me. My father once told me in a quiet voice that carried more weight than I understood at the time. As we grow old, we all become the same. At first, I thought it was just about age. But now I see the wisdom behind those words. Time moves differently as we age. It doesn't race. It reveals. Slowly, we begin to realize that life is not simply made up of plans, pressure, and pursuit. It's also made of stillness. Of small, quiet moments that hold deep meaning. if we're willing to stop long enough to feel them. In our youth, we run. We chase success, recognition, love, adventure, always afraid of missing out. Our minds are loud, our hearts impatient, our lives packed with noise and urgency. But at some point, without warning, that shifts. We stop running so fast. We begin to notice the breeze brushing our skin, the way the light falls across a quiet garden, the sound of our own breath. And in those moments, we discover something we never noticed before: peace. Lately, I find myself drawn to places where silence isn't empty, it's full. Places where the only sound is the gentle rustling of wind through the petals of wildflowers, or the soft chirping of birds from deep within the trees. Places where nothing needs to happen, and yet everything feels right. I crave stillness now. Not because I've given up on dreams, but because I finally understand which dreams are worth keeping. There are afternoons when I sit by the window and just watch. I look at the golden rice fields, swaying softly beneath the amber light of the setting sun. I gaze at the distant mountains, covered in haze like ancient guardians of time. Nature paints its masterpiece in silence, and I watch it unfold, frame by frame. Yes, I still dream, but my dreams have changed. They've become quieter, deeper, like a calm river that carries old laughter and long-forgotten stories. I often find myself smiling at a joke I haven't heard in years. Somehow, these little memories return, like old friends, uninvited but welcome. And I wonder, will I ever forget them? Those sweet, ordinary days when life felt whole without needing to be perfect? When joy lived in the smallest things? A gentle walk in the garden, the scent of ripe fruit, the rustle of fallen leaves beneath my feet. Now, I find joy in watering a single orange tree, watching the light dance across its leaves. I smile when I sit in the garden, sipping tea and sharing unfiltered thoughts with someone I trust. These moments, they are not spectacular, but they are sacred. They don't demand attention, but they deserve it, because they remind me, true peace is not found in distant places. It's found in being fully present with the life right in front of us. As we move forward, let's explore even deeper what it means to live slowly, live wisely, and how these small, mindful rituals can truly heal the soul. After all the years of chasing, running, and constantly trying to catch up with life, there comes a moment when we finally slow down, and it feels right. Yes. These days, I find myself longing to live slowly, not lazily, but intentionally, to move at my own pace, with grace and presence. We begin to yearn for a quieter rhythm, one not dictated by deadlines or loud voices, but by our own breath, our own heartbeat. We no longer want to be caught up in the whirlwind of noisy conversations, endless obligations, or the rush of a society always demanding more. Instead, we look toward the mountains, toward the forests, toward nature in its vast and open silence, where we can finally take off the masks we've worn for years and just be ourselves. In those spaces, untouched by chaos, we rediscover something we had long forgotten, our true selves. Not the version polished for public approval, but the one that laughs freely, breathes deeply, and listens without judgment. There, we begin to accept ourselves more gently. We no longer measure our worth by status or speed. Instead, we learn to appreciate the simple act of being alive, to feel the sun on our skin, to listen to a soft melody, to drink tea and actually taste it. And from that slowness, something powerful emerges. We stop chasing things that never really mattered. we realize that the greatest treasures aren't the brightest ones. They're the ones that bring peace, health, inner stillness, a moment with someone we love, a familiar voice, a quiet afternoon without notifications or demands. Sometimes it's a warm cup of tea held between our hands. Sometimes it's the soothing hum of an old favorite song. Sometimes just the presence of a good book is enough to center our spirit amidst the world's noise. And then we understand deeply that no matter how far we go or how many places we see, what we truly long for is a peaceful home, a space where we're safe, a space filled not with things but with presence, with care, because in the end, wealth and recognition are fleeting. They cannot purchase peace of mind. The older we get, the more we realize happiness doesn't live in achievement. It lives in quiet mornings, in gentle eyes, in the way someone holds your hand without saying a word. We begin to slow down not because we have to, but because we finally understand how much we've missed while moving too fast. We start listening to the wind, to the silence, to the beating of our own heart. We love more freely. We thank more often. And we begin to cherish what we have, instead of longing for what we don't. Yes, it's true. At some point, we all become the same, because time humbles us. It strips away the noise and leaves only what matters: peace, love, and presence. And when we live like this, not only do we find healing for ourselves, we become a quiet inspiration for others, those still lost in the storm, still searching for stillness. In the end, we all return to the same truth. Life isn't about how fast you go, or how high you climb. It's about how deeply you feel, how quietly you live, and how fully you love. So slow down, breathe, be present, because peace isn't something you find, it's something you remember. Live stoic, live strong, and never forget who you are when the world goes quiet. Thank you for your time. If an idea in this video touched you, let it settle in your heart. Each time you return, you might hear something new. Perhaps it will reach even deeper. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. See you in the next video, where we'll take another step together on this journey of inner discovery.